Like every day, there is something new on the internet that makes you want to shudder and ask yourself where the world is exactly heading to. I woke up this morning and while scrolling through my timeline, I saw a video of an alleged incident in a hospital in Awada. Allegedly, a woman had come to the hospital with a nurse's outfit in a bag and was roaming. And in the video, she was caught. And the allegation is that she had come to steal babies. Even the doctor in charge was seen questioning her. How do you have a nurse's outfit? You are not a nurse in this establishment. And then also there are incidents of people who work in hospitals now who report infants dead and then sell them. There's just a whole lot happening. I wouldn't know if it's because of social media or the world has always been this bad. And then social media is at the verge of exposing everything from every nook and cranny. I wouldn't know exactly where it is from. But then, of course, we take a look at these things and many more, as always, on the Polity on Udala Radio 104.7 FM. Franklin, the video you shared to me about Bayo Onanuga saying that this complaint from Nigerians, he doesn't see it. I was watching that video and I was asking myself, there are certain things you shouldn't really say. Especially, the idea is to launder the image of an administration, fine. But saying certain things, how do you sleep at night after saying like what he said? Because how would you say that you do not see it? Look around you. How are people buying a liter of fuel for? The least is 1,300 in this part of the world. And you don't see how that is a heavy burden for people who still earn the same minimum wage when fuel was 700. 5 something. I don't just get it. But of course, welcome to the Polity. Would make sense of these. Many more. We understand that the president has transmitted his assent to the Senate to state police, while state governors are still asking, or have asked rather, for proper clarification on certain things that involve control and of course financial management of the state policing structure that we have.
One need or the other, either to feed, pay school fees, or do that. So that is the reality of Nigerians. For Nanuga, who is up there, he has aides who goes to buy fuel for him. He has aides who feels he's generating set and what have you. Not perhaps he has solar in his house, so he feels disconnected from the grassroots and does not in any way go to the market to know the price of food items in the market. So that is his reality. But I must say that it is very, very insensitive, and I know that Nigerians are going to drag him for a long time because of that he said. But if you know typical Bayo Onanuga, what he said is his person. He's always that very manner. He defends the government without looking back. Even if it means to give his life to the government, he might do that. Just like we have that man that writes for a Nation newspaper, Omashaye. They are in the same category. So that is the story of Bayo Onanuga. And then he talked about the incidents of as we are seeing these things. That's why I keep on saying that as we're evolving with all these vices, our people who are in the corridors of power, the lawmakers, they should keep on evolving laws that can help us to try all these people and ensure that they get the commensurate punishment for everything they do. Then from Anambra State here, let me mention this before we get to the headlines. Yesterday, we saw the outcome of the ANSEC meeting that happened in Anambra State, and a couple of things came out which I think people of Anambra State and beyond should know. So, in keyword, because they have discovered that some markets, if you go to some markets, traders have found the habit of selling by the roadside, and they use their wares to block the road, causing congestion and all manner of things. And they said the ones they have identified, they're going to move them away from where they are now to another location. So we're going to see that happen in the coming days. Then the issue of enforcement on the environment law in Anambra State, it was made in 2024. I think we talked about it about either 2 weeks ago. Government has now said that they're going to begin to enforce this environment law. And the provisions in this very law are profound. One of them is that it requires that if you build a house, you should have a catch pit in your compound, so that when the floods come or when the rainwater come, the catch pit will help to reduce the pressure before it gets to the major road. So you might begin to see this happening in the coming days. When they come to your house, they ask you, show us the catch pit. If it's not there, about the flooding that happened in Anambra State, we mentioned some specific some areas, and yesterday I saw a team of government that went around these places to inspect things and at the same time give assurance. The team led by the Commissioner for Works in Anambra State, Architect Telkio Ezobi, they were at Ogidi, the one we call the Ukwaji Lake. They were there, and he is
in Ogidi. One thing came to my mind: previous administrations. I saw the video of the girl who cried about how her parents have traded at the building materials market for almost 20 years, and according to her, every year it is a similar incident, but this year's own is worse. And the question is, previous administrations, what were they doing? If every administration had to do a